You talked a little bit about the traditional path, and
Mhm.
really what the traditional path is, you need time and money, right?
Yes.
But the traditional path is go out and spend all your time making the
Mhm.
money, which you have a limited amount of time, 24
Right.
hours a day, and then the number of days is unknown.
Yes.
But the traditional path is you do that, and then eventually you have more time, and even though your income may have dropped, hopefully your 401k or whatever is able to pay for it. But the problem is you don't have a lot of time left in days.
Right.
That's if you make it that long.
Right.
Like if you end up getting cut short for whatever reason, like it's just it's lost.
Yeah. Yeah, and
So
that's why, we need to build wealth sooner so that we can enjoy it longer with the people that we love. And so that's for me, it's like how can we collapse time and help people get there sooner so that they can control their time and have more time with their loved ones or doing the things that they love.
yeah, and then there's a lot of ways you can approach that. One thing I've liked Tim Ferriss's suggestion of retire over a 60-year period. Like
Yes.
instead of going on, waiting until you're 60 to go on the month vacations, go on like 8 different 4-day vacations throughout the year,
Mhm.
and have these little mini retirements. And then, but you just happen to build business around that, which is it allows for more exponential growth, especially when you're funneling that into real estate assets that provide cash flow.
Right. Well, and then it also becomes real for others. So we travel a lot. My family and I do. We traveled, I think it was 320 days in 2021.
It's insane. I've seen the post. I'm like,
It was a lot. Oh, but we had the greatest time. And last year, 2021, I think we spent maybe about 12 weeks traveling. So it was a little bit, less than we normally do. And then we have a full travel plan scheduled for 2023. And I think what that does though is it also shows what's possible. So I'm a woman, I'm in real estate, I'm a business owner. And so I try to, as uncomfortable as it is, share my lifestyle so that it can be potentially possible for other families and other women that are wanting to get into this industry and just kind of see, how it might look for them. Maybe not everyone is into travel, but maybe you just want to be able to take your kids to school every morning and pick them up when they get out of school, right? And so I think this idea of building wealth as soon as possible and as quickly as possible is really, really, really important for people.
yeah, and obviously the sooner you start, the more
Of
time
course.
it takes to compound. So, any final thoughts on actually? Let's go and since you have kids, I want to kind of get your opinion on one of the things that Wendy talked about, and that was work ethic.
Mhm.
And you obviously have a very strong work ethic to
Yeah.
have achieved what you've achieved in a short amount of time. Um, Being in your position with kids and being a parent and a business owner, how are you teaching work ethic to continue that on like to your kids? Any thoughts there?
Well, so my daughter is a salaried employee in our company, and we have her do work all the time. And so she does due diligence for us. She's a lot of times like helping with mailers and things like that. We don't actually give her the money that she earns. It gets funneled into, we have a custodian account with Vanguard. So all of it gets invested. And then whatever the limit is for the Roth IRA gets contributed to her Roth IRA. And then we have conversations as a family on a monthly basis about how our portfolios are performing. And so she's had some really great oil and gas plays. She's had some great uranium investments that she made. And
Uranium.
yeah, yeah, I have a friend in the commodity space, and so he gives me some really great tips.
Okay.
But anyways, and so it's just we have these conversations around our investments and what that means for us as a family and what that allows us to do as a family as well. I think another big thing is we often travel, we go to other countries, and we kind of experience the local culture of families working together, and I think that that's like really really impacted her as well, is just to kind of see a different lifestyle than the average American family, and potentially the struggles and the trials and tribulations that these other third world countries are going through. And so she's really like caught on to that. The other thing that we do, so we do not buy our daughter any presents for birthdays, holidays. She gets 0 Christmas presents from us.
Oh,
And what we
wow.
do, yeah, it's a little probably controversial, but she's, she gets a lot of travels and she gets to fly business class, so she's okay.
Yeah, that's good.
Um,
That's a good
but
choice.
but in, but instead, we go and we do the Secret Santa, and we buy gifts for children that otherwise probably wouldn't be receiving Christmas presents. And so she's really into that, and she understands that, again, we have the ability to do that, and rather than buy her presents because she doesn't need anything else, we get to give that gift to other children, other families, and she loves it.
Love it. Love it.